More studios checking in, and you know we in the studio manifesting our own reality. Past couple videos, I've been in the green studio. Now we in the four corner wall studio. So I thought to myself, I should do a video on how to find your peace in a concrete jungle. Because although the concrete jungle may be fun for some, it's not fun for all, because that's not the true nature of our essence. We weren't designed to be between four walls. We weren't designed to be behind a cubicle. So I thought to myself, as a person that's from a background from a small suburb in Connecticut, moved out to the big city, NYC, I'm qualified to talk about finding your peace and finding that ma'at, that balance within these four walls, these concrete jungles. So it'll be a quick four list. And the first one that came up with is to do what you love. That's what I was saying, but when we get inside these concrete jungles and we get whatever you move to the city for, whether it be a job or just a different opportunity, we get into the hustle and bustle environment. We get into the hustle and bustle mindset. And when we operate on this mindset, it's easy to lose track of what we were designed to do. It's easy to lose track on our mission, on our calling, when we get into the hustle and bustle, because in the concrete jungle, that's how they want you to operate. They want you to move like rats. That's constantly searching for food. So whether it be painting or just being out in nature or just doing art, you could also find yourself in the city, but the challenge comes when you find what you love and then balancing what you love with what you have to do in order to get where you actually want to be. So to find peace, you have to do what you love. That's what everywhere, that's what without giving, but more so in the concrete jungle, because the jungle is designed, the concrete jungle is designed for you to go by week, day by day, with you putting your dreams and mission on the back burner while you working for someone else and giving them your energy on the front burner. So number one is doing what you love. Number two is finding your soul family. So I'm in New York City. Whatever type of life I want to live, I could find that group of people. If I wanted to become an actor, I could just chill in the theater district. If I wanted to be a businessman or more tapped to designing clothes, I'll go Midtown. If I just want to be like a cool street hipster, skateboard all day, I'll go to LES. So the great thing about living in a concrete jungle, that sounds like an oxymoron, right? But if you're one of the person that could live in both a concrete jungle and nature, then the great thing about living in a concrete jungle is that you don't have to search so hard to find your soul family. I know living in a small town, you may have like some small friends, but they don't go as hard as you. They not thinking as big as you. You guys might have the same interests, but they're inconsistent, or they're just a half-ass at whatever they do. But when you're in the concrete jungle and you find that soul family, say if you're an artist, you're around painters all the time and they're just on the street selling their paintings, that inspires you. That keeps your fire burning in your eyes. That makes you want to go home and do 3 paintings, right? But if you were in a smaller city with low inspiration, but you're around nature, but you have the inspiration, you choose your poison, right? So when you find your soul family, it's easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy, but you have more momentum to work with because they hold you accountable and you have that certain oomph to drive yourself forward. So if you come to a city, most likely you're coming for the lifestyle, a career, or you're trying to pursue something. So that gets enriched in you when you inside the concrete jungle. Don't get lost between the buildings and the atmosphere and the distraction, because although there's momentum for you to do what you want to do, there's also distractions. A lot of people get lost in the sauce of going out to party, just meeting a lot of great people who's not in their line of work, which is not a bad thing, but all you have to do is find that balance. When you find that balance, you'll be great. You'll feel like you're at home. Next point is to finally take time to recharge. Like I said earlier, we get into that concept of just being in a hustle and bustle mentality. We get burnt out easily. Even doing things what you love. Sometimes you forget to eat. Sometimes you forget to sleep. Things crucial for your health. When we forget about these things while we're in a hustle and bustle mindset, this takes a toll on our health slowly but surely. So many people recharge in many ways. It can be going, some people recharge at the gym. Some people recharge at the spa. Some people recharge at like a healthy meal with family and friends. This time to recharge is vital to your mental health and your physical health, as it keeps your fuel going. It keeps your car running, and this car being your body and mind, it keeps your mind running. And this goes in with taking the time to recharge. Try to find a spot in your concrete jungle where you could go out and wind down to. This could be a park. I know some parks in the concrete jungles don't really seem like parks because you're still hearing like, yo, get the F out the road. So if you find a park that's in the concrete jungle, or a park that's outside of your city, if you're a nature person, try to go there once in a while or ever so often after you do your work, whatever you have to do. And I guarantee you, also, if you find yourself being indoors too long, you probably have an office job, or if you're indoors all the time, this park, this safe haven, this utopia can be your peace that brings you back to equilibrium. It's so nice to hear the birds chirping once in a while after you've been hearing car horns and just exhaust from trains and exhaust from buses. These birds chirping and just hearing the ocean sounds, go to the beach, these ocean sounds, it brings you back to a state of balance, in which ultimately bring you back to peace. And when I say peace, peace is just a balanced state. You're not happy, you're not sad, you're not neutral. You're just strictly present. You're in the state of present and conquering whatever you have to conquer for the day. Nothing else matters but you, your mental health, your family, and just what you have to conquer. Taking these light breaks from the concrete jungle is rejuvenating, as it's like taking a vacation from work. We could talk about how the concrete jungle isn't natural, but a lot of things in this life aren't natural. We have to find what works for us. I can adapt in both. I do prefer the nature, but I love the city as well. Right now, currently, who's know what I'm going to be saying 4 years from now? But if you guys are from a small suburban town and you're thinking about moving to the city, consider what you're giving up, leaving the suburbs. I know it may be boring, ain't nothing to do, there's no clubs, everyone has no drive. You'll miss it when you come to the city after a while. You know, I'm Connecticut, I moved to NYC, but you'll miss it. You'll miss it. Don't take we're here wherever we're at for a reason. Don't take where you're at. Don't take your location for granted. Take wherever you're at seriously and live in that moment and just appreciate what you have. Once you have gratitude, you'll be peaceful anywhere. And I'll leave you guys on that note. Get the book The Cage Bird Still Flies out now on Amazon. Link is in the bio. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, you guys are well.